Okay, here we are again. I just processed the turn, and after hitting save on last turn and stop recording, I tried to end the turn and I noticed that I actually was still missing something. I hadn't said any research yet, so I'd settled on level 1 APBs since we talked about them just now for defense against point defense drones. I just put some points to education, almost got the level, and I unlocked xenoarchaeology, which is the ruins text. It's a prerequisite for the ruins text, which we have massive engine destroying weapons, which is pretty much whatever, and power leech, which is more interesting. Power leech just depletes the supply of the enemy, and if they're out of supply, they usually can't shoot anymore. That's actually not that bad for a gimmick weapon. And we've gotten radioactive extraction 5 from our ally. He's finished that. Okay, then let us see. We were able to eliminate 35 mines in the tax rack system. Good thing. Oh wait, no, that was here. Tax rack system. There was this minesweeper that we sent in here. Yeah. Then we also sent our minesweeper here, which did not need to sweep any further mines. And it appears that he has given up the planet, huh? Or did we kill it accidentally? That was just our minesweeper running into that planet here. Then there was the attack on the homeworld, which seems to have been successful. Let's look at a little fleet up here. Boarding ships next to this. Our formation here is working. The ship is more or less behind the drone groups. His fighters are coming here. Combat ship as well. Just this one though. All the others must be set to stay near the planet. Well, most of the fighters are also set to stay near the planet. So just that one that was probably not in the fleet yet was set to rush into the enemy and die. Okay. That was his station. This is his planet. Yes, look at this. His planet has shields, 12,600 shields. I believe the planet shield only does 12,000. Level 2 planet shield does 12,000. So he is getting some shields from his platforms here. 2 platforms with 300 points of shields each also affect the planet as a whole. But you can see I'm massively overwhelming his point defense. I'm getting good hits in here. You can see a couple million people dying. And soon all these banshees will be gone. You can see some of these ships here shooting back. That was the boarding ship that was getting too close to the ships that are hanging back behind the planet. That is the planet disabled and most of the facilities online. Oop. And now they are getting in range. See the point defense doing what it can. A couple APBs getting shot, but they are no match for the plasma missile storm that these Nero drones are putting out. Perfect. Just perfect. But this planet is not in here. So yes, he must have given up at this planet, just so that I wouldn't conquer the free mines. I can live with that. Okay, what's that? A carbon dioxide planet, gas giant. It's 3 moves away, so let's queue something up real quick. It's gonna take a while to build. Okay. Also queue up colony ship for there. We're already taking the war as one, as you see. Yeah, I don't have a colony ship for 4 moves just now. But there was not yet one. But with his homeworld being besieged by me, it should practically be over. I have 0 movement. Why? The ship has 11 moves. The ship has 11 moves. The ship has 9 moves. There's one drone group that has 4 drones destroyed engines. Okay. I don't have anything I can repair with me here, so unfortunately I'm going to need to let these go so that this fleet remains mobile. Of course, I don't want to do anything with this fleet. It's going to stay there and besiege this planet. Here's 11 fighters in orbit of this world. 3 Banshees. 3 weapon platforms. They're all Banshees. No facilities. He still has facilities here. Hasn't raised everything in his system yet. Move you a little closer there again. Okay, then I can move this eye off. Go and check out this system, please. I guess we can also invade from up top. I don't need to risk running into warpoint defense here. I'd rather send in this ship and see in a turn or two if there's anything guarding that warpoint. Then I can send this one in. A single missile destroyer isn't going to do much. Okay. So this is going swimmingly. Now we just need to wait until we can invade. We can try an invasion. Oh, he's built a new weapon platform. We disabled this planet, then the turn finished, and his new weapon platform here got built. But with me occupying the place, there should not be, me blockading the place, he should not be getting any input from here anymore. So we can try making an invasion right now. After this one obviously did not happen. It's quite likely that this invasion is going to fail because my troops are going to get beaten by his militia. Since I didn't kill any of the, or that many of the people on his homeworld, they're still going to spawn a lot of militia. And we simped before that was not enough. So this is probably going to fail, and you're going to need to restock with the troops that are here somewhere. Now, if we're building a colonizer here, that's going to take a little longer. You're mostly out of your own slow build here. How much cargo space did you have? 480. 24 of these troops. So let's just queue those here. Remember, that's 20 turns with the slow build rate, so it's going to be like 5 turns once the slow build is over. Then we can try making an invasion attempt now. Maybe it will work, because he either still doesn't have militia troops designed, or because his troops are actually weaker than one would expect. Or just happen to get countered by mine, and you can just move there. Collect new troops once they're done. Alright. There was this world, which was still resisting. I can't send in the 5 fighters, but if I had some drones here, I could try and raise this real quick. These are just finishing the rest of the troops for the cloaked dropships. I don't actually need the cloaked dropships anymore, since I've already disabled all his defenses. I don't need to bypass them with a cloak anymore. Once my troop ships get here, I'm going to go and refit them so that the cloaks are removed. Oh yeah, did you know you don't actually need to be that scared of the black hole? You can just go straight to the goal, as long as you don't end your turn. No, locked, please. So you don't end your turn right there. Okay. You don't need to fly around the danger zone. Good. That's the last Eugenius. Here. So you should fly here, but you, much as the others, do not actually need to do this. You can just fly straight there as well. And that one would be too much. Okay. Then you're going to be dragged there in 2 turns, and that's fine. Okay. I'm going to give this a sentry order, just so it doesn't show up when I hit space again. And let's see what else do we have that finished. We have a minesweeper that... No, we don't have a minesweeper. We have some drones up here that we launched. So what are we going to do with them? Yeah, let's send them down to the waypoint here. Actually, let's set the waypoint to this planet. Make that one a collection point. Then we can send them either towards the Kantara or down towards the Sorn, depending on our demand. Once they get there in 5 or 6 turns. You had finished that colonizer. Don't need to load pop. You, however, are going to drop pop. Okay, you need to give an order to move stuff there, or to transfer cargo using an interface for this planet. But I think if I move there and tell it to drop these 10 million zone, they will actually land on that world. Not entirely sure if this works or not, but we're gonna see. But this way I can trick it into dropping them on a planet that does not exist at the start of the turn yet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're gonna warp into our home system. Okay. We are going to need a design, and we're going to refit the Eugenius too. They are close enough to the Pactianos, are they? They actually have more cargo space. We have scanner jammers. If we don't have the cloak in here, what are we going to put in? Okay, where's the position of that shield in here? We have it just right on top. Okay. We're gonna call the ship a Pactianus 2. Let's put in a missive plate. Ugh, where's the plate? Yes, that is indeed the place where the plate is. Okay, just to make this design as close to the other one as possible. We're gonna be a Pactianus 2. I'm going to replace that with an extra armor plate as well. Yep, same position. What are the other 10 kilograms of difference between this? Oh, the ECM and the scanner jammer. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do without the ECM. Okay, I'm fine with this. Good. Then, one mystery. Last turn we had finished cloaking. We have accumulated 20k out of 20k research points here, but we didn't actually get the tech. So this turn we're going to need to put a percent in there so that we actually get the cloaking tech this time. And we're going to need to decide what to spend the rest of our points on. We can of course just spend it on research or on education level 2. It would not be a bad decision. You can just spend 2/3 of the points on here, like say 60%. It should be most of the next level as well. Just aim for education 2. Otherwise, direct fire weapons. Armor and sensors we might still be able to squeeze out of the zone, more or less out of their border chips, but still. We're trying to get construction 3 out of the Slop on our Raiders, the traitor out of their alliance here, so we can start building big ships. In the meantime, I can either try and level up APBs to make them an actual combat option, or do what? So one reason you want APBs for is for weapon platforms. It's always good to have some sort of direct fire weapon on your weapon platforms just in case all the missiles that you shoot get shot down. I currently don't have that. So maybe I should shoot for APBs and weapon platform mounts. Just get ourselves platform mounts, get ourselves weapon platforms level 2 up here. Oh, it's 12k, that's expensive. And afterwards we can decide if we want to spend more on APBs or something else. Weapon platform mounts actually have higher level weapon platforms and this category as a prerequisite. So since I don't have either one yet, both these tech areas show as not yielding anything. That should change next turn. Okay. What else do we have? Ice colonizer. You meant for this one or that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whereas this one would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well, so either one. They're all methane planets, so I don't need to take any extra population with me. This new planet is going to be a refining colony. Oh, it's not a new planet. We've already quite built this up. Do we need more rats right now? I don't think so. Because I've half filled this with research centers. And our ally has tech radioactives level 5. I'm not going to upgrade everything from level 4 to level 5 right now, especially if I don't need it. I'd rather use this and build something else. Question is, what do I need? Our ally is mostly taken over this system by now, which is good. Once this atmosphere converts, I'm also going to give him that. But he can be in total control of this system. And I'll eventually be in total control of this system. I like to just have one player have control of a system instead of shared systems. Of course, there's things like the system databases that affect all planets in the system. We don't have any of those yet, though. So what do we need? What are we going to need? What are we needing? More scout chips? Not really. Combo chips aren't really all that effective. I could just spam drones. If I don't have any support chips that I need to construct here in my safe backline, then I'll just do drones. Actually, this planet is unpleasant. Let's give it some happiness troops. Okay, what are we going to do with you? You are radioactive. So you're going to be a refining colony. We're not going to need an Atmo plant or anything with you. I guess for now you can build a value improvement plant. In a couple turns we will have the methane slaves here. Not just medium planets, small planets. I guess there's the huge one over here, which is also going to be full of rads. I don't think we actually need that many rads. 133, 133, 134 rads. Any more rats colonies here? No. I don't think I actually need to fill this. It was 124 and also full of rads, which we also probably don't need. We have 133 over there. Yeah. Well, you're going to be a mining colony. You're going to be a mining colony as well. Whatever. We'll just build rads. We will use it sooner rather than later, I have a feeling. Okay. Any other jobless planets? Yes, in the Mamajek and Mamoram system. You. Populated by emotionless Shafath. You're an intel center and you are out of things to build. So just build drones. Whatever. Guess they're gonna take a couple turns. Then the other jobless planet was here. Build drones. Whatever. There's one drone we had already built here that we're going to launch towards the waypoint. So, scout drone, okay. Then we had a boarding ship here. You can reach that place. So there was the Kantara colony ship and stuff that we were going to murder here. They're probably going to pass into the system this turn. If possible, I don't want to kill them. I just want to take them over. Can you go hide real quick? Then I can go and refit this boarding ship. Something can take these. And take a Scenic. And we can try and capture it and give it to our ally, and he can get some of the interdimensional tech from it. Got the flux pods and everything. I believe they require interdimensional tech. Yeah, level 4, level 5. Interdimensional weapons 4. And the quantum engines. Capturing a ship would be a small clue. There's the colony ship, which we could certainly easily capture, but also yield the same stuff. Aside from the cannon seeker. Does our ally actually have that seeker? I think it was Interdimensional Weapons 3 that was the requirement. What if I was going to try and level up his racial weapons? The tech field isn't actually shown. I just see Interdimensional Technology 1 on him. And the Kandara clearly have level 4 or 5. Dimensional Tech 5 it says here. He also has massive engine destroying weapons. Interdimensional Weapons 3. Okay, so I could capture the colony ship as I am, but in order to capture the Scenic, I would need to refit. Right? Okay, where was I? I just paused a little bit. There was a little bit of an issue with the upload for this game. Somebody was saying his antivirus was deleting the turn file. Those programs always need to find some way to justify their existence, and apparently that was one of them. Okay, send more drone groups towards the warp point, the waypoint. You're down there, and you can stay there. Yeah, what are we going to do with you? Yes, you can also stay there. Set the sentry. Okay, it doesn't appear like we actually need all these minesweepers, so we should figure out something else to do with them. Then it was the boarding ship that we needed to find an alternative design for that can catch the Scenic. Okay. First of all, let's decide what we want to do here instead of putting more minesweepers out that we don't need right now. I need to be able to take this colony down somehow. I don't really care about capturing a single intelligence center. Capturing the 28 million zone would be more of a coup, so I guess I can go and build a boarding ship here. Actually, let's build a boarding ship up here. Boat style boarding ship. Not boarding ship, troop transport. Wait, I'm an idiot. I have troop transports that are coming. They're coming right here. I'm going to refit one of those real quick in a turn or two, and then I'm going to invade that place. The real question is, should I be using the troops that I have prepared here? Because he hasn't seen that design yet. I was going to save that for the invasion of his homeworld. I could probably just make a small batch of, what was it, 72 my small drones, small troops. Oh, not that quickly. But I could certainly make it. And then invade that colony of his with the lizard archers instead of the legions. Because until I'm in position to invade his homeworld, I don't want him to be able to defend against the medium troop designs if at all possible. Okay. It was a bit wasteful to build more of the small troops when I have medium troops available already. I will deal with it. We can deal with it. What intel do we have now? 2.8k, almost 10k research. We're still building these facilities at a rapid pace. This research facility is finishing. Okay. Going further was going to cost you something, so let's give that order next turn. Good, then let's decide what to do with this boarding ship. We can either set you to invade that or attack that colony ship right now. Now, we've just destroyed a colony ship of his in this system. So it's not that likely that he's going to keep that going. He might just turn it around. But it's also Ed he might not. Talking about Ed, the player behind the Kantara Imperium. That's sad, I can see some battleships of his here. Talked about his battleship design a couple turns ago and it was rather impressive. A light cruiser and 2 battleships. Frigate. And another battleship. That's not hardware of his that I necessarily want to come into contact with. And this is already next to the Gambit system here. Maybe I would be well advised to build more platforms. This was 2 stone gargoyles here. If these 4 or if I build more 6 or 8 plasma missiles get shot down by point defense, which is not out of question. And these weapon platforms are going to be entirely ineffective. So yeah, I think I do want the tech for weapon platforms unit mounts relatively soon. Okay. Oh, actually has one of his battleships in the system already. I know, what is this frigate? Normal boots. I'm thinking about boots, I'm thinking about some sort of troop ship, but no, here's one of his massive engine destroying weapons in here. 10-second fire rate. And 50 kiloton size. I don't think that's particularly efficient. Well, it's at least enough to more or less take out a single engine in one shot. And here's this point defense guns. Yeah. So this just carries the massive engine destroyer and then some defense. That's really a specialty ship. It is supposed to accompany his other warships, like these cruisers or that battleship over there. Okay. I'm gonna take a look at the design again. Do we need to counter it? He really doesn't have all that many designs, does he? Not that he really appears to need to. Yeah, 5 of these large mounted phase disruptors. The good thing is he's with 9 speed. I can at least kite them with my drones that have 11 speed. And 4 point defense guns are not something that can't be overcome, even if he has a lot of HP on this thing. So I just need a lot of drones that can defeat this just fine, as long as he doesn't have more of them. Okay, then I'm not as worried. Let's go back and talk about the victims of our boarding ship. If he continues flying into this system with his colony ship, we might be able to catch it. So for now, I'm going to send this right here. Otherwise, we just destroyed a scout and a colony ship in the system, so he might decide just not to enter the system anymore. I'm going to send these somewhere a couple tiles back. Actually, just wait there. No. Keep an eye on the war point, go inside the storm. The storm doesn't hide you, but if you're in the storm, there's at least no chance that anything's going to run into you. Okay, everything else in here. You are not really building anything, you're just building happiness troops. You are going to be building a yard for a couple turns. As do you, as do you. Some breathable worlds here we can colonize yet. But I want defense here sooner rather than later. I also want shipyard capacity here. There's also this one. Carbon dioxide. Oh. Some Romulans we can kill here. Well, minor. That's really what you need to build. Okay. I need shipyards and I need drones here. Since he has some hardware right there already, I would rather build drones. Build me a couple drones. Since he's just relying on these big ships, I'm going to be building Nero drones that are undefended but have tons of, well, not undefended, they still have one bomblet but have tons of missiles. And yeah, I'm also building initial shipyards, and I can build space yard stations later. I guess you can finish your 88 empty troops. So this turn is not that urgent. Okay. Then I would like to have something colonize a rock planet, please. It's a tiny breather, but it's a breather. Because we don't have a rock 3 available. Do I care enough? I think I do. There's nothing else green here. Oh, there's something green right behind it. We'll go ahead and build that. Then build me something to colonize that tiny planet, and then you can start building some defenses as well. Hmm. Where did the design go? Did I accidentally upgrade a gas ship or something? Did I not hit on accept? Create. That is. Newest design is always on the bottom of the category, so I don't know what the problem is. Okay. There you go. And start spreading a little more here. Okay, any other important things being built? I'm just going to start. So the drone group here is the last thing that wants any orders. Okay. Yeah, there's no point defense here, so let's just attack that. See if and what it does, then you can try and blockade that war point, just in case anything comes through here. You're going to keep blockading his homeworld. Maybe he will even abandon it, so that I don't capture it. Just like he did this planet. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Economy is still fine. Our ally Mystic was running all his space yards at capacity, so we'll just launch casual 21 drones a turn. So we're gonna send him a little more money. That's actually one of the things I did last turn as well. I reset my research since we deleted it last turn, and then I sent Mystic some money. Yeah, that's what I did. 15k minerals, 10k radioactives. Since he's building from all pipes right now again. Okay, did we miss anything in our log? Set it back to all. No, I don't think so. Anything else we just built, we already gave orders. Everybody here has a job. Our eco is fine. I'm going to screenshot this screen and send it to my Ella really quick. Hmm. Send him my surplus. I thought minerals about that many rats. Wait, one rat. So this is. Oh yeah, he just sent me his own screen. He's missing about 4,000 minerals and 5,000 rats every turn. So we are together. We are just balanced. We both have a slight surplus of organics. Okay, gift. My trade is also fully ticked up to 6% now. That's nice. Over there with Sorn, he still hasn't removed his trade for some reason. Now that he doesn't, or next turn that he shouldn't get any income from his homeworld anymore, I might just cancel that. Because it's supposed to be of the rate of the larger empire's net worth. I thought it was the smallest. Yeah, then I should definitely cancel it because I don't want him to get 3% of my income because without his homeworld he's surely going to be economically crippled. My trade with E was only 2% in the first place. And actually have non-aggression with him and non-colony systems. So if we encounter each other in Kantara space or something, he can't attack me. I'm sure he is going to have an eye on that though. He strikes me as the perceptive and conscientious enough kind of player to keep an eye on that sort of thing. Okay, comparisons. What's the equal of the zone like? 14,000 resources. Yeah, that's practically nothing. How much of that ought to be his homeworld? What was his planet count? 13. I mean, of this I can see 4. You ought to have something in these systems here as well, but not all that much. Let's say together with the 20% bonus from the homeworld mineral value and the, what is it, 40% bonus from pop and maybe some 10 or 20% from happiness, that each of these facilities just makes a plain 1,000 resources. That is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, well, 7,000 resources. So I guess he makes about half as resources from his homeworld currently. I want to see how far that dips next turn. Or if that has already dipped. Is it already dipped because I'm parked over his homeworld now? Losing these might just be from the previous colonies that we've taken over and the last one that he's abandoned. This dip here was actually from Gurak having a drone, a scouting drone, the one that I later intercepted over here. That was also parked over his homeworld for a turn, and this is this dip. Hmm. That doesn't look like it would be immediately crippling to him or be half of what he's left. We'll see. Okay, what do the other stats look like? Gurak here has really been hitting the research button For the longest time, he's not built anything. For the first 30 turns, he's not built any research stations, and now he's just jumping them up. So Mr. E has also started building more of them. Because me is just way ahead building the most of them for some reason. Gurak, this is the Slurpy guy. Kantara, Ed has built like 2 or something in the last couple turns, but otherwise just the ones from his homeworld. Do people not like research? Intelligence, I'm the only guy that has invested a ton into that. Roleplay appropriate. Tech levels. Aha, there you go. See the tech of the Federation here shoot up again. So yes, they are getting the Kantara tech shared back to them as well. Whereas the Kantara seem to have plateaued last turn. Maybe they're not sharing these through treaty, but initially shared these through trade. First them and now the others. It's a bit odd. Population, everybody's a slight increase except for the Sorn, which are losing planets. Oh, this is a Slurpy Raiders. Maybe they have low reproduction or something. Right, victory conditions we haven't said. Okay. I think that's it for this turn. I'm going to make a save. This time we did set our research. Save game. Going to very safe. And next turn we will see if the blockade of the homeworld is successful.